understand what's going on just beyond the surface level. So it's good that you are a beacon of light for those who may feel like their mind and their purpose could be in a dark place right now because they don't really see a lot of hope out here.
Yeah, it's definitely, I mean, the Divine Nine, since this whole 2020 election has made a profound impact on communities. And I think younger generations coming up have seen, us play major roles in either getting someone elected into a position and even getting elected as a vice president of the United States. So it's definitely hope. Any organization, from one of the 9 Black sororities or fraternities, members are we're educated, so we support education. We give back to HBCUs. We support our communities. We lift up each other. There is no one greater than the other. We all come together and join for the greater good. So definitely, if that's something that interests someone in one organization, I'd say seek them out, ask questions, get information. Um, we that's what we're there for.
Exactly. And that's good to hear that, what you stand for and how you're able to, pass down just the knowledge of what it means to do things in your community and just be bigger than just yourself. Understand you
Right.
living in the world that you don't control what goes on in this world, but you can
Mm-mm.
control what you do for yourself and how those actions help to lead others to want to possibly do better for their own self.
Yeah,
So
you
I
can
definitely want,
definitely control yourself.
yeah, exactly. And so with the things not with everything that just happened yesterday, but just everything within the past year, what is your take on society right now? And
I tell you, as a mom raising African American males in this community, in this society day and age, um, I could be fearful. I could live in fear, but I know there's a higher power, and and I just pray every day, every day that my oldest son walks out the house. I pray for his protection, for his safety, because as you said, we can only control ourselves. We can't control what someone else does, but we can also be mindful of our surroundings. As I try and tell him that, everybody's not your friend. If it came down to it, and you're in a situation, you got to look out for number one. I would hope that he would look out for himself. And that's the only thing that I can install in them. I try and say that this society is not made to accept um, Black males as successful. And they're going to make it difficult. And not everything is going to be handed to you. You're going to have to fight for it. You're going to have to prove that you're worthy of having it. And education is power.
yeah, that is correct. When I see a lot of people that they fight against things they don't know and they take it personal. If somebody's giving them information and they don't want to read up on, or they don't want to, not take things personal somebody's saying to them, because they feel like, oh well, you either looking down on me or you feel like you just better than me in general. It's just like sometimes you have to, look at what are they telling you and how they delivering that message to you, because that makes a huge difference in
And
in what they're trying to convey. Sometimes people can be condescending when they're telling you something.
most definitely. And I think, and I don't know if really to say if it's a millennial thing or just this generation, um, they have a hard time perceiving information given to them. And it's just like they believe that they're the only ones going through this, or no one else understands, what they're dealing with. But it I just remember growing up, me thinking, respect my elders, and if somebody told me to do something, then that's what I was going to do. Or if someone gave me advice, I was going to listen. But again, ultimately, it's your decision. It's you're going to go down whatever path you're going to go down. But it's a different day and age. It really is.
Yeah, that's correct. And for me, I guess being part of the younger generation, I'm 28 right now, but I look at it as that, it's different politics and uh, agendas out here that sometimes put more pressure on the parents to not really be parents but be more friends. Just listen, just let them be who they are. They're free. Like, it's all about free will. It's all, and that's fine, but at the same time, when it's time to be corrected or disciplined, you should be able to do that. That doesn't mean to abuse them or anything of that nature, but
Right,
understand that however you handle and discipline your kids, make sure that they're able to walk after it. They're able to, tell you how they feel after it, but also they respect you, because the thing about somebody that's your friend, you know, they should still be able to respect you even as a friend, but there has to be a line drawn with parent and child, because no matter how old you get, if your parent is still alive in your life, you still respect them like that. Some parents are comfortable talking to their kids just like their the homies or their girlfriends or whatever like that. And if you do that at a young age, like just like the way the parents would teach their kids at a young age how to play the piano, stuff like that. When you instill things at a young age, and when that seed grows, and then it blossom into whatever it's going to blossom into, now it's either going to be something that's going to they're going to be able to change their own trajectory as far as the way their mind is set up, or if they're going to be somebody that could be a sheep or a follower, because all they know is I have to get along, or I have to just go, just be part of a group of
right,
people instead of
right,
being an individual and knowing my
right,
worth.
right. I definitely don't believe in. I believe parents need to be parents first, and that could be a big problem with a lot of you know issues that kids are having. Um, I identify with my kids as they are my children. If you want to talk to me about something, I'm open for you to have a conversation, but I'm your parent. You're not my homie. You're not my buddy. You're not my pal. I am your parent. That line is always drawn.
Yeah, and that's great to hear that the way you able to put that together, so that way your kids understand, hey, I'm gonna keep a roof over your head. I'm gonna you know show you the love that I would like for you to show me, but also the main thing is having that respect, because when a kid respects their parents, they're able to live a long life. Now, if you have parents out here that
Right,
are negative, they put their kids through the worst of situations and stuff like that, and they will be dealt with, because the thing about karma is, it affects you when you least expect it. So it's
right,
like, you don't, and wrong is wrong. So if a child say, hey, hey mom, why you doing this and doing that? You told me that's wrong, and you tell them, oh no, I can do that because whatever. Just understand they take that in, and so you might be passing something down in their mind to where when they have kids, they're gonna treat them the same way you did or even worse. So you don't want those generational curses to be
right.
going in your family, because you want to always be right and not be able to listen to your own kids.
That is definitely some on point information, because kids pay attention.
Exactly.
Kids pay attention. We always want to think that they're resilient and they'll bounce back after anything, but no, it's not 100% sure that they're going to bounce back from certain traumatic incidents that happen in their lives.
Yeah. You know.
And we need to take a big look at that and open our eyes when all these things that we're doing around kids, and just be cautious. Just be cautious.
Hmm.
I definitely, as a single mom, I don't bring a lot of men around my kids. I don't. allow a lot of people in my house, especially now with COVID. But that's one thing that I just didn't want to do.
And I think you're going about it the right way. And for all my listeners, initially, when I had sent out a post about doing interviews with 5 different people, and you know you stepped up to the plate, and like I said, I definitely appreciate you for that. And it's great to hear your perspective on just life, in general, because some people, they just have a few words to say on things because they just kind of go with the flow, or they just feel like, hey, as long as I'm not in nobody's way, nobody's business, I'm good. But for you to motivate people with your words, with your smile, from your videos, to let people know, no matter what happened in your past, no matter what's going on right now in society, you're gonna smile for those that can't smile, and that's very powerful. you know. And your comment about not having people, or not having men, just in your area and stuff like that, and being respectful for yourself and for your kids. That's a strong statement you're sending to your sons, because they see, what, when I get of age, I don't need to have, and if I'm able to, if I'm to have a kid, and say the situation will work out, and I'm a single parent, whatever like that, I need to make sure that I handle it the same way mom did, because she didn't have everybody else around us with those different spirits, those different energies,
Right,
different agendas, where you
right,
don't know. And now, if you end up with that person for a long period of time, and the child is younger, now they take up the habits of that male individual if their father
right,
doesn't have a strong impact on their life.
right. It was just a decision that I made because I couldn't have my dating life impacting my home life if it wasn't right.
Yeah.
And so definitely, I'm mindful of what I bring around who I bring around my kids, and when I decide to bring them around my kids.
Yeah, and just kudos to you for that. And I guess one of the three questions I'll ask you, as far as with the initial post I put out, in your mind, what is the definition of love?
Um, Gosh, so in my mind, the definition of love is unconditional. Love doesn't come with conditions. Love doesn't come with foolishness. Love doesn't come with anger. Love doesn't come with hatefulness. Um, I believe to love somebody, you truly have to love yourself. And if you have love for yourself, you can definitely love somebody else.
Okay. Well, I hope everybody, that's listening, they're able to take that in, and if they, you know, passed it and they didn't hear it, you can rewind it until you get it in your system. So,
it's,
yeah,
I mean, it's everybody has their own definition of love, and I honestly believe that's what it is for me. I mean, I live in a spirit, I guess, of love. Everything that I do comes from love. And I think you mentioned, like, I smile every day because I don't let my circumstances define who I am. And so, we can easily say we're never going to put the bad stuff out there for anyone to see or to notice. Like someone said, "Do you ever take a bad picture?" And I was just like, "Yeah, but why would I post that?"
yeah.
It's just, yeah, it's just not gonna happen. But I mean, I'm human, and so you gotta know that I'm human. But everything that I do, it's for fun. It's to provide laughter, to brighten someone else's
And I
day.
want to say this, you mentioned about, somebody asking about, do you ever take bad pictures? I want to second that with a lot of people that we see out and about, male or female. You can shine like gold on the outside, but your insides can be copper. So for you, I feel like you shine like gold on the outside and your insides are like gold. You know what I'm saying? Your insides are of somebody that is built by, having faith, um, trusting that the energy that you put out will be able to make a difference in somebody else's life. Things that have been downloaded to you from your parents has helped you out, or other family members or friends that have cared for you. And I feel like you just putting that out into the world. You taking all that energy, all that motivation, your pain, your accomplishment, all everything that makes you putting that into every video and every picture you have. And so it brightens it up even more. There's a glow that people can't really put their hand on about you. And I think that's what really makes a difference. Whenever you do something, it pops more because it's an energy and it's a flow about you, and people can't really sometimes maybe describe it, but they have to give it the best definition they can. And yeah.
Right. Right. Well, thank you. I definitely appreciate that. That is kind of what I feel. I told someone I went and got a B12 shot, so I'm gonna be all extra energetic and bouncing around. And they kind of looked at me like, "Is that
Yeah,
possible?"
no, it's great you're doing that. And on a side note, as far as the vitamins, my parents, both of them, always been on me about eating right and taking my vitamins. And anybody out there that isn't taking vitamins right now, definitely,
Oh,
yeah,
they should
definitely,
be.
definitely look into
Definitely.
getting you some zinc and copper. Get some B6, B12, uh,
Some
yeah,
vitamin
omega,
D.
vitamin D.
Uh, yeah, Black people are always deficient in vitamin D because we don't get enough sun, daylight, or something. But definitely vitamin D supplements. If you're not taking them, I encourage you to take
Yeah,
them.
definitely do that. And then for those who have a hard time sleeping at night, get you some of that melatonin and take that, maybe 30 minutes before you go to bed, and that should definitely help you out. And also the major thing, drink that water. You can't don't run away from the
Drink
water.
that
Don't
water.
don't
Drink the
hide the
water.
water
Drink
and
the
feel you
water.
forgot it.
Drink
Yeah,
the
you got to drink the
water.
water.
Also, exercise helps you sleep better at
Yeah,
night. Get up, walk for 30 minutes or something like that. Walk for 15
yeah.
minutes.
That
Exercise helps you sleep
It definitely
better.
does. And you don't like I say, we both, both of us, me and Erica, we both on TikTok. So if you feel like I don't want to make a TikTok be seen, that's cool. You can be seen in the comfort of your home, doing whatever it is, playing music, walking around your house, whatever. Exercise, drink water, take your vitamins, and just be happy, in the best way that you can.
Be
Hmm.
happy. Life is too short to not be happy.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you have anything else you want to, leave the listeners with?
I don't. Elijah, I really appreciate you asking me to, or interviewing me and asking me to be part of your podcast. I will be doing a podcast with two other individuals from TikTok, and we're in the works of getting ready to do our first one. But I partner with on TikTok, he's Pastor Ray. He's Raymond Washington. And the other one is on TikTok. He's Ladies Love Calvin, Calvin Meadows. And we're three different individuals that met through TikTok. Ray's a pastor, Calvin's a director of a funeral home, and then there's me. So we're faith, fun, and motivation. We're basically coming to you with the foundations of life. We're basically laying bricks one brick at a time to get you to understand faith, understand laughter in your life, and the motivation just to survive. So, faith, fun, and motivation. We'll be doing a podcast, and I hope that I can get that information out there for everyone to start listening.
Yeah, you definitely will. I'll make sure, whenever this goes up, any links that you have or any additional information you want,
Okay.
it'll definitely be posted. But I just want to say thank you again, for just stepping up to the plate and wanting to be, interviewed, because, you definitely somebody
No
that's
problem.
inspiration to me, just, watching your videos and just seeing your momentum. And so I definitely appreciate that. And for all my listeners out there,
I appreciate
thank
that.
you so much. Um, and for all my listeners out here, I just want to say, I'll have all her links, Erica's link. I will have all those, any additional info for you, so you can follow her. I definitely, would tell you to definitely follow her. For anybody that needs motivation when it comes to exercise, just anything like that. Just if you just want to smile, what I mean. If you just need to smile, what I
Right.
mean. That
Right.
information to be on there, so that way you can do that. But if nothing else, I just want to say to everybody that's listening, be blessed, stay safe, and this has been another
Stay
edition of
safe.
the Mind of Ivory podcast. Thank you.
Thank you.